morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am so pleased that you are joining us. Welcome to the Heart and Mind of Business. So I'm Debbie Clement-Large. I'm a co-founder with the most wonderful Clara Rose. Yes, so we are looking forward to sharing with you why we set up the Heart and Mind of Business. So for me, I'm all about the mindset. I love thinking, living my truth, the self-realization that comes with mindset. And Clara, you have a different view completely, don't you, my love?
I do indeed. So I'm Clara Rose, and I'm super excited to be a part of this project with the lovely Debbie Clement-Large. And I do take a different approach, not that I don't appreciate and enjoy that piece that I'm learning so much about from Debbie, but I'm very much a nuts and bolts strategy person by nature. So that's what I'm going to bring to the table in all of our sessions. Each week as we come to you to bring a new tool or trick or resource or tip or whatever it is we're going to do for the week, whatever value that we bring to you that week, I'm going to come from the strategy side of it because that's my natural tendency. So between the two of us, we'll have a unique and different perspective to bringing something to the table. So instead of it being just a mindset or just a strategy and tactical, we bring you the whole thing, which is, I think, unique in the marketplace, and we're super excited.
I really love that, Clara. I'm really excited because I've learned stuff from you because, you know, you've been an entrepreneur for so long, and in relative terms, I'm pretty new. You know, I'm just coming up to 5 years.
That is new.
Yeah. So I have learned, which is why I got really excited. And I've got to show you that we wrote this book together.
We did.
8 Ways to Mind Your Own Business. And why did we do? What was your thing for that, Clara?
So for me, it was really about helping people who are in the beginning stages or the early stages of putting together a new business, or somebody who's been in business for a while, a newer entrepreneur, but they're struggling for some reason. So they feel like something's amiss, right? Something's not quite right. It's super easy to jump into a new business and kind of flail around a bit if you haven't gotten a kind of a firm foundation with some good strategies and a good plan. Right? So for me, so many years of business development consulting, it just, those foundational things that I just created with customers over the years really showed me the value and the importance of those things. So I wanted to bring something to the marketplace that gave people that foundation. But when I met you in our mastermind group and I saw the missing piece, I knew that it made sense for us to partner on this book so that it wasn't just strategy. You can't be without the strategy, right? That's got to be there, but it just made so much sense to bring both of those sides together. So it's super exciting for me to bring that value to people in a new and unique way.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I kind of liked. I mean, I'd been corporate. My belief at leaving school was what you do is you go and get a job. It was never as part of any belief system over here in my world that said that you could be an entrepreneur. You know, you went on the corporate ladder, you did lots of good qualifications, you became something that had earned good money, irrespective of really of whether you had a passion in it. If you could find something with a passion and earn good money, that was wonderful. But other times it was just get a good job, because that will give you the outer things that you want. And yes, I went and did that to a degree. I became a chartered management accountant, and then I worked as a business analyst in transformation and change. And what I found is even after all those years of study, and that was 8 years corporately, that I still didn't have that level of happiness. And what really came from being happy was being true to me, was finding that authentic place. And personal development is been a big, well, it's more than personal development, actually. It's self-realization. It's coming back to the truth of who you are and then living from a place of truth.
Authenticity to who you really are. Yeah. And it took you a while to get there, right? It took you a while to realize, oh, this isn't fulfilling me.
Certainly in the workplace. I mean, I was reading personal development for since I was 18. So it's been something I have been interested in and have been learning. And even when I was managing staff in the corporate, I was coaching them in a holistic way. I was doing it, their personal lives as well as their performance in the workplace. And I knew that made such a difference when you just help people and understood and listened to people, and you were there for people, but you helped them change how they thought about themselves and what they said. And I knew that that's been an important part of my journey, stopping my suffering, because we all create our own suffering.
Yes, we do, right?
We do. And
Yes.
actually moving away from that place and creating something and using the language to support the journey and all the wonderful things that you're sharing with them.
Yes, the important other side to making sure that this is a strategic, intentional, wholehearted journey, right? That it isn't just about going and getting that degree and, then spending, how many years did you spend feeling unfulfilled as an accountant?
10 more.
10.
That was after I qualified.
Right. After 8 years of education.
Yeah.
And then another, so 18 years in an industry that really wasn't fulfilling to you.
And I allowed myself to feel stuck because at some points I was earning more money than my other half. And we allowed him the opportunity to go and do what he wanted and give up a job he didn't like. And then I was waiting for him to build up his business enough so that I could do the same, and it never quite worked out. And I had to learn to change my thinking and just take that leap of faith and just go for it.
Right. Which can be super scary if you've not been entrepreneurial minded or geared in that way. So because my father was an entrepreneur and, owned his own business, I grew up seeing him own his own business. So my mindset about owning your own business was like, of course I want to own my own business, right? So just always knew that was for me. And I worked over the years here and there for corporations. A lot of times as like a freelance or a contract worker, because I really like my autonomy, right? So giving that piece up to go to work, I can't even imagine punching a time clock for a corporation day in and day out without some autonomy for myself. So it's all perspective, isn't it? How you go into it.
Yeah. And I think that's what's so lovely about this is that we have completely different life journeys and work experiences that we bring to this, even though we're both now entrepreneurs and growing our own businesses and supporting each other and having so much fun with other people as well as part of our mastermind, and shaping our own businesses in a way that is authentic and discovering happiness for me in each thing that I do. Instead of doing things that I think I should do or I have to do or I've got to do them, it's actually tuning into me, and does that feel right for me? Can I so it's about a self-realization. So I say no to work sometimes. I say no to people that approach me and say, oh, I'd really like to work with you. And I think, do you know what? I'm not resonating. It doesn't feel like this is going to be. I want to do things that feel good for me, that feel joyous, that feel along with my values and along with my passion.
Right. And actually, the older that I get, which is interesting, the older that I get, the more I lean toward that. Like the less I'm willing to do things I don't want to do. Right. So my business has actually changed a lot. I had my first business when I was 18. So I've been a business owner for my entire life, essentially, most of my entire adult life. I haven't always loved what I was doing like I do now, but I was at least working for myself, which was important to me. But over the years, things have morphed and changed, and I become less willing to do the pieces that I don't want to do. Right? I know that I don't love accounting. I always laugh, and when I tell my customers, they laugh, my clients, like I would rather crawl through broken glass than do my accounting, right? Right? Because it's just not something that excites me. I don't like it. I know how to do it, right? But I pay somebody to do it because I don't want to do it. And that's okay, right? That's part of what being fulfilled in what you do is all about, right? I have the freedom as an entrepreneur to not do those things. I have the freedom to outsource those to somebody else. That's part of what makes me happy and fulfilled as an entrepreneur. So that's some of what I hope that we can bring to the table for people who are just beginning this journey or considering beginning this journey as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Bring some of that, the wisdom that we both collectively bring to the table for them and say, okay, yes, let's do this journey. We'd love to do this journey with you, but here's some things you want to think about. Let's start with the end in mind. Let's talk about your passion. You know, let's talk about the 8 ways to mind your own business, right? And that's why we're here. It's super exciting to be a part of this journey with you, my friend.
Yeah, I am too. So what we're going to do is every week we're going to have a video in here. We're going to stream it live. What we would really, really love is to hear your comments. We want to know what's going on for you, because we're filming this now in 2020. And this is a strange year. This is the strangest year I think most of us have ever come across. And I know there are a lot of people that have been displaced from their jobs. There are a lot of people thinking, there must be more to life than the job I've had up till now. So it's given us time for reflection. And also there'll be people that think, I've always wanted to do this and now I've got an opportunity. So this is a great place to be. If you are new, as Clara said, if you're new or if you're thinking of setting something up, or even if you've been trading for a little while, but you'd just like to be part of a community and learn some new strategies from Clara and some mindset tips from me, then you are in the right place. And I'm really excited about sharing this with you. We'll find more about each other as we go along on this journey. So please put your comments below. Tell us what's going on for you, and then we can come up with something to answer what's going on and make sure that we're helping you in your journey.
Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave comments, and be a part of this growing community, this movement. We're super excited to be in this together with you. So we will see you every Wednesday for something new, exciting, and great.
So thank you for sharing this bit of the journey with us, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
All right. See you next week.